Hey guys, so I am back in the World Expo area, and through the magic of video, even though it's 6 weeks later, last video I was here, and 6-7 weeks later I'm back here, so imagine that. But I'm here to shoot this big red building. What that is actually the World Expo Center. It was the World Expo Center back in 2010. 9? Can't remember. But it was to do with the World Expo. This whole area was to do with the World Expo, and over the last few years it's been completely renovated, and this is now officially the China Art Museum in Shanghai. And it's a really cool building. It actually kind of looks like an upside down pyramid. It's all staged, and at the end it all looks like little Chinese chops kind of thing. And I wasn't actually going to come out today, but I came out today because it's actually turned out quite nice. This morning it was really muggy and horrible, but this afternoon clouds have kind of turned out nice. Sun is setting really good back there, so I'm going to go in before I take too long. It looks like you've kind of got to queue up or something. Hopefully I don't need to pay, or if I do it's okay, but it looks like people are just walking in because it's a free museum. I think you just, let's see if I can, over in there, I'll probably be there somewhere in a minute or so. So let's try and go in. So whatever that was, it was very typical China security. Nothing, no security. So this is the big thing here. It's actually smaller than I thought it would be. It's still pretty tall though, but I guess I'm really quite far away from it. It's actually a good 30-50 steps. Let's walk it actually while I'm here. I've still got some time. Lots of people walking around taking pictures, but not too bad. But let's do the stairs, let's count them. What a shame, the escalator's not working. Gotta do the stairs. "75 steps. Another pointless exercise, and I've got to walk down. Smart move. Now, because this is China, it's playing very classy music because it needs to be classy, because China. They have no reason to, they just want to because they want to seem classy. One thing I'm going to have to do is walk around a little bit, which is not saying much because you can't walk around that way. You can't walk around that way there, and that way is blocked. Oh look, there's an escalator working. You've just got to walk all the way across to use the escalator. Stairs. I do need to figure out the angle. I'm probably going to pull out the camera in a sec. I actually brought both the Canon 16-35 and the Sigma 24-105 because I wasn't sure what the area is going to be like. I don't know if you're really, really far away or as expecting, actually close. The 16-35 is probably going to work quite well, but I'm definitely going to have to think about the size because there's these silver buildings on either side, and I like to get that one because you have a nice gap of sky there, which is really cool. Hopefully I'll try and get some of that terrace in, but I want to get as much as this building and as little of that as possible because it kind of kills it a little bit in my opinion. So let's put down the bag. Actually, one thing I'm noticing is these tiles, whatever they've made it with, is really, really slippy when they're wet. It's just stupid observation, but let's get out the gear and we'll start playing around with angles, hopefully before the sun sets in. I think the sun is totally set in about, let me have a quick look, because I did know before, about an hour from now actually, so we're pretty good. I don't want to do blue hour stuff because then the building will be complete darkness because the sun is actually setting over there. Remember, actually just over there is where that Lupu Bridge was, so it's really quite close. But I want to get some of the sunset light hitting the side of the building. It's not doing it yet, but it will do it soon because the sun's still quite high, so it's going to kick that light over and hopefully give some really nice color to the red and the sky because you've got really good sky portions. I want to try and get the stairs and the sign, the China Art Museum there, because that's going to be quite nice. But yeah, but let's get out of the gear before I do anything else. Alright, so I'll put the picture up on screen here. In that back corner, it looked really crazy, distorted and weird because it's such an angular building, it just stretches it, especially with a wide angle. And in that picture, I was all the way back at 16, so it's super wide, and you only really just get everything in it. So I've decided to change it up and go with what you'd expect me to do, and actually what I'm more accustomed to doing is to make it nice and symmetrical. And this is what I got here. So I'm actually lining it straight up. I'm gonna see, let's put it up on screen here. And I'm actually gonna, let me just shoot a picture actually. I really like how it just dead, because the building is so angular and symmetrical, it really works for this kind of thing, especially with the stairs, and it's all really nice lines. And then the escalators you have right in the middle, kind of crossing over. Actually, let me just have a quick look here, because I'm pulling up my live view. Yeah, actually you don't see them really underneath, but I still like it. And with the sun starting to set, not yet, but it will soon enough. One thing I will have to start shooting for is to actually clone out all the people. There's a couple of tricks in Photoshop to like auto-align all the layers and kind of to make, what was it? Do an average or something like that. I can't remember the term. But it's basically if I shoot a whole bunch of frames, you know, say there's people here in this bit and then they're not, but there's people in this bit. If you merge them together, it kind of blocks out the two of them. It takes both of them out kind of thing. So I'm actually going to start having to shoot my stuff, all my settings, and get it all sorted so I can start shooting for it now. Because I don't want to start shooting for it when the sunset happens and not actually have all the information to do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bump it up to like F14. Let's do that just to make it super, super sharp all the way through. And I haven't actually decided yet if I'm going to do brackets, long exposure. Long exposure would actually kind of look nice. I'm going to try that now actually while I can. Actually no, I'm going to shoot brackets and single shots to get rid of all the people, because that way at least I have that information to get rid of them. I'll probably have to do some cloning and things, but let's just get that stuff out of the way now. Let's go menu. Alright, I'm all set up, ready to go. It's nice and sharp. Actually, you're already starting to get some color. Let me just make sure you can see. Here, just for the sun setting now, because we are currently at 5:05. So we're getting close to the good time. Now check this out. Emptying. Because I think there's the last show for something, or the last opening before it shuts. So I'm just going to start shooting away. And hopefully you can leave from another entrance and they're not going to try and force me to go in. But with no people, there's a lot less work for me to retouch people out. So that's going to be good. So I'm just going to set my shots to fire. Now, okay, so let's go through settings really quick while I'm here then. So I'm at 50 ISO. I opened up my ISO bracketing recently so I can go to 50. I'm at F14 so I can get super sharp all the way through, and it is really nice and sharp. I've just reviewed the pictures before. And doing 5 brackets, so it's -2 2/3, -1 1/3, 0, +1 1/3, +2 2/3. Because that's just really nice. It gives a really good range across the whole HDR brackets. Yeah, I think I can just stay here, I guess. Security guard's walking away. Sweet. I'm pretty much sorted. Actually, if I'm going to do that, I might move over a touch to about here, because then this is dead center. Yeah, I'm actually going to move my shot to here. It's a little bit more centered. It's not, you won't really notice it all that much, but it'd just be nicer to line stuff up, I think. Maybe about, yeah, let's say about here. There you go. All right, so let's move my stuff. All right, I'm good to go. I've moved it over, checked it. I actually prefer the framing because I'm getting more of the sky, and you get some really nice color and clouds through there. Hopefully this clears up. I'm actually gonna throw, let me do a couple more. Actually, let me just check the focus here. I wanna do my focus stuff, get that set up, shoot 2 or 3 brackets just so at least I have all that information. Now I'm gonna throw, let's put the little stopper on. The big stopper might be a bit too long because the light is starting to go down. So I'm gonna through that. Hopefully I'm not gonna get kicked out. I really don't think I'm going to, but you never know. It might be last second they go, hey, why are you here? Go away. So I'm just gonna, yeah, let's get sorted first. Alright, so got the little stopper on and it says about 16 seconds now. Unfortunately, I managed to actually get some brackets with no people in it, but now security guards have turned up with their little scooter thing, and it's now ruining the long exposure. 16 seconds really isn't all that long, actually. Let's just do another one. Right now, yeah, we've got people standing right in the middle. For 16 seconds, the clouds really aren't moving all that much. Maybe I whip out the big stopper and try and do a couple of things. There we go, 14, 15, 16, there we go. Let's have a quick. It's not bad, but yeah, I'm gonna throw the big stopper on. Let me do the maths for the ND timer. Because it was 1/4 of a second, the shutter speed. So if I put a 10 stop on, see, then it becomes 4 minutes. And that's the beauty of a little stopper, is with a 10 stop filter, it's now a 4-minute exposure. I don't have 4 minutes to waste. So I wonder, you know what I can do? I can throw the circular polarizer on there just to increase the exposure time. So let me do that. I'll put my polarizer on, try and cut through some stuff because the sun is really starting to set now. And I really hope it throws some color into the sky because the sun sets all the way over there and I want more color here. Let's hope we can actually get that. But let's put the polarizer on first and increase the shutter speed. Okay, polarizer is on, and I just went through in live view and checked to see what it's doing to the clouds, and it's really pulling through the blue. It's really darkening it up. So let's go ahead and try 25. Let's do that. Let's see what that looks like. And I actually need to remember to take a picture of this before I forget, you know, shooting for it, just to put online. But yeah, hopefully I don't forget that. Let's have a quick... Should we try 20? Yeah, let's do 20. Let's get down here again. Again, it's more just a handful of people. That's really all about it. What? It needs to be a lot. That's 20. Sky looks great though. Looks really nice and movement-y, but the building is really, really dark. Right, let's try 30, I guess. So I'll just set it to do that. And we'll come back in 30 seconds. Okay, so I played around with a couple of different shutter speeds there with the little stopper and the circular polarizer. I'll put them up on the screen here while I'm doing stuff and I'll just talk about them. The 34-second one still wasn't long enough, it was a little dark, so I threw it over into a 50, it turned into like a 55-second one. And that was actually, it looked nice, but the problem was it actually had a couple of highlight hotspots where there was absolutely no information. So I ended up doing 45 seconds. That's actually the best one, but the movement is really what gets me for that one. They look really, really cool. So, excuse me, burp there. Quite happy with that. One thing I'm doing is just shooting some more brackets right now because I'm actually getting a little nervous that the light isn't going to get any better for this area. It's just going to get worse while that area gets better, because actually I wish we had that color and that sunset when I was shooting the bridge in the last vlog because the cloud formation is just a whole lot nicer over there. But I guess that's the benefit of being in Shanghai, is that I can just go back there and shoot again. But I'm just going to shoot a couple more brackets. Unfortunately, there are people, the lone person walking around. I can just review these shots here. That's good though. Yeah, I'm really happy actually with the shots I got so far right now. I'm actually really happy with what I've got. I just want to stick around maybe. I think it's just worth sticking around just to see if something really nice happens with the light. I'm kind of trapped is the wrong word, but I don't know how to get out of here quick. It's just big emptiness. I think maybe I might be able to escape from there where there's an exit. Not sure. Clouds over there are really nice. I'd like some of that over here, please. But really a nice day today. I'm actually very happy and very surprised because this morning it looked terrible. It was really smoggy and awful, but I think it was just starting to clear up a little bit because it was kind of raining throughout the day. So I'm quite happy about that. Alright, okay, I'm going to shoot a couple more brackets. There's one guy standing there, but I'll be able to remove him. So let's just go through. You can hear the shutter going a lot longer now for the brackets, because that the the plus 2 2/3 is a full 2 seconds now, but you definitely get all the detail and the shadows that you want in the building. You can see it all. It's really nice and bright. That's what you need, because you need to actually, you also need to shoot for the shadows. It's a good saying from RC, and it's definitely in the shadows. If you look, it's all dark apart from the sky, and that's actually what you want. You want to expose for the sky as well, really get in those shadows, because technical terms for camera stuff, you know, you're talking a bit depth. There's a very small percentage of bit depth actually allocated for blacks and shadows. There's a lot more information dedicated for highlights. That's why some people say, you know, shoot to the right, which is like shoot to the right of the histogram where all the highlights are. So that's why you want to do brackets for HDR. You want to go really, really to like the darkness, because it's a lot easier to pull information up from the blacks than it is to pull. It's a lot easier to pull in information down from the highlights than to pull down into the shadows. So you want all the information in the shadows as you can get. But now I want to shoot one. I'm going to miss it. I'm talking to you guys, I missed it. There's a couple of people walking. But actually there's this weird, I don't know if I'll pick it up on camera. I'll be able to pull it up, but there's a little tree poking up at the end here. I'll pull it up and I'll do a zoom shot on screen. Maybe it's actually coming up on camera, I don't know. Let's actually have a look. Let me zoom down. No, tiny, tiny, tiny bit. And also like a trash can. So I think someone's cleaning or something up there. But yeah, let's go through them. Yeah, that's really, really good. Actually, I'm going to one more set of brackets, and I'm going to put the big stopper on now. Let's throw that on, because I don't think the light's going to get any better, but I think we can get some really cool movement in the clouds with the big stopper, rather than try and hope and pray that some light hits the building, because I don't think it's going to. So let's get that stuff out quickly before the light disappears. Holy crap, look at that sunset there. Look at that. Oh, lights are on. Those lights literally just came on. Okay. Alright, well that all happened at once. I've got the big stopper on, and I don't know what the exposure is going to be because I couldn't quite figure it out on the mask. The app's not working right now. But I'm going to try 2 minutes and see how we are. But now that the lights have just gone on, I actually kind of want to shoot for HDR brackets. Kind of get those shots of the lights, because that actually looks quite cool. It does actually look really nice. Let's have a look there. You see, I don't know if you'll actually be able to pick that up on camera, but it's looking quite nice. With the people leaving, just man, look at that. You guys might not be able to see it better. I'll tell you what, I'm going to do the zoom in shot so you can see it a lot better, because this is just really amazing. I wish I had that weeks ago, you know, when I was shooting the bridge. Look at that. How amazing is that? Just all that color. Look at that. That's all just in the sky here. Amazing. And then you go to here, and then there's no clouds in the sky. Man, that's so annoying. Look at that. Just noticed from squatting down, my knee is filthy now from all the slime on the floor. Okay, so what I've got set up right now is I was going to do the big stopper, but I was just getting nervous that the exposure times might drag on a little too far. So I've now got the little stopper, but I also threw the polarizer on there. One, to extend the exposure time a little bit longer than what I would get with the little stopper, and plus to also cut through some of the reflections in the building, because you're getting kind of reflections bounce back down here, and also to darken up the sky. So the exposure time looked roughly about 2.5 minutes, which is about the same as what I did for the big stopper, and it was really dark. So that's a nice exposure time, especially because the sun is setting quite quickly now. The light is going to change dramatically. So we're at 75 seconds, and your battery is going to need to be replaced very, very soon. Just came up with a warning. So I'm going to let this run, and while that's running, I'm going to switch your battery out. Okay, apparently this battery is really low as well. Great. Let's have a look through. Yeah, although it's nice and fine, Yeah, the problem is that there's no clouds on this right side here. It's all on the left side here. Great for sunsets, perfect for sunsets in fact, but not that great for what we're doing. So that was 146 seconds, so that's 2 minutes and 26 seconds. You end up getting really good at maths when you're doing long exposure stuff for times. I'm gonna do one more and let's leave it at that maybe. I'm gonna try maybe hold out a little bit because the lights are looking really nice. But I don't want to drag this battery on, so let me figure it out on my own time and not kill the battery. Alright, so that is me all packed up and ready to go. From what you saw last time, I went back and forth basically between shooting some more long exposures with the little stopper and then the polarizer in front of it. They were about 3.5 minutes kind of thing, and then I did some more HDR brackets, and after that I'm pretty much done at this point. There's no clouds in the sky really to speak of behind it. All the cool action is happening over there where the sun was setting, but it's just about to finish actually. The sun is pretty much gone at that point, and I'm pretty much finished. I think I got what I came here for, and I'm pretty much done, I think, so I'm quite happy. Now I need to figure out how to leave and get out of this space. So to avoid you guys spending another few minutes watching me do that, I'm going to say goodbye here. So hope you've enjoyed it. It was nice and quick, and I decided last minute, let's go out and shoot while I think there's going to be some good light. So without further ado, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.